Royalty movement. Hope all is well. This is tonight's team training, and it may be a recap or a reminder for some, but it definitely is a glimpse or a new glimpse for many of you who didn't know what you actually had access to. So before we go into that, I want to welcome any of the new royalty movements who have decided to join forces with a partner with us and get access to your own personal financial success membership. You see, that's the membership that pays you, saves you, and grows you if you take full advantage of what it is that you have. And tonight you got yours truly, the one and only Mr.
and Mrs.
Smith. And what we're going to do is give you an overview, some insight of what you actually get access to, some tools, some resources that you can tap into at your earliest convenience, because the main thing is understanding what you have. Once you know what you have, you can move in your own time frame, meaning that you can allot the times necessary to do it when it works for you. We understand that we live in a day and age now where everything is digital. A lot of times people may not be able to tune in at a specific time, but if you know what you have access to, then you can weave in 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, an hour there, and really fully take full advantage of it. So we just wanted to make sure we didn't assume you knew where everything was. We wanted to show you where everything was, even though we've given you what we thought may take you down the path to discovery of where everything is. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of new members coming in, a lot of prospects taking a look at the opportunity to see how this can benefit them and see how they can reach their goals. So we want to make sure you have a full understanding of everything that you have your hands on. You know, we understand that some of you guys have been involved in this company for a very long time, but what I love about this company is as long as that membership stays active, there's nothing wrong with starting over. You know, you set new goals throughout life. You set new financial goals, new credit goals. Some people want to get a house. Some people want to get their second or third house, right? So regardless of what your goal is, keep in mind what you have access to and how it can help you to reach your goals, okay? So we're going to start out doing a little bit of a refresher, going over the strategies for the first half of the training, and then the second half of the training, we'll talk to you a little bit more about the money-making opportunity, okay? So very first thing, you guys, every single person who has a financial success membership and who got started with us or members of the royalty movement are in this group right now, the private Facebook group, okay? This is a group that not just everybody has access to. Please, please, please do not sleep on the announcements that we have pinned to the top of this group, okay? You should be able to see this on my screen. I'm circling it. And if I click on announcements, we have about 7 or 8 things here. Very first thing is the royal flush. See who can accomplish a royal flush within 90 days of being a part of the royalty movement. What the royal flush is, okay, within 90 days, we want you to have $1,000 in savings. We want you to accomplish a credit score increase using our do-it-yourself system, have $1,000 worth of debt eliminated, give yourself a pay raise by adjusting that W-4, and at least 3 weekly checks. Guys, that's only 1 check per month, and there's no minimum, no maximum on what the check should be. We just want to get you in a flow of being able to make money from home, from your cell phone, which everybody should want, and a lot of people need it.
Absolutely. And see, we didn't just give you this blueprint or this goal to aim for just to be giving it to you. For one, we do want you to start with a goal in mind, because if you have some type of goal in mind, it at least moves you in that direction mentally, and then hopefully some action is taken so you can move in that direction physically. But in addition to that, we know that some people will still feel like, okay, what do I do? Where do I start? How do I acquire that $1,000? How do I go about getting that credit increase? How do I go about moving in the direction to hitting these goals that you laid out for me? Well, the announcement also reveals that as well, because we've given you a day-by-day game plan on what you can do when you're new, or if you just need to be refreshed, that really puts you in the mentality to start moving in the direction of hitting these goals. You see, a lot of these goals take conviction, and conviction doesn't come without additional education. And with additional education, you get the comfort or the confidence to know that you can do it. So we embed a whole lot of education in the 30 days that if you do it on a day-by-day basis, a little bit by bit, you'll be able to realize that you can accomplish that royal flush, amongst many other things. That's just the bottom.
And keep in mind, we made a full 30-day and 90-day plan for you to reach these goals, okay? We actually came up with that, and we'll go over that. That's also pinned to the announcement. And look, when you accomplish these 5 things, we're going to put your picture on a banner just like the one you see posted here. Put your name on it, of course, and we're going to celebrate your success all over social media, not just Facebook, Instagram. Our TikTok now has over 100,000 followers. So, guys, we will celebrate you all over social media. It's just a matter of accomplishing the royal flush. And think about how you're going to feel with accomplishing those 5 things. You got money saved, you got debt going down, credit score going up, more money coming in your paycheck. I mean, that should be something that every single person jumped on their first day in business, or the first day that we actually posted about the royal flush for those who've already been members with us. Okay? The next thing is the Royalty 30-day plan. And we came up with a full PDF giving you a 30-day game plan. You want to touch on that?
Yes. See, the 30-day game plan is more than just, what sounds like some type of typical or cliche challenge. Like, how sometimes they say you save $1 a day and things of that nature. No, these are practical things that you can implement. In addition to a game plan of things you can do, we're also giving you links that you can refer to. Those links allow you to learn more about what you have access to. So it's teaching you how to access the credit so you can go through the credit system bit by bit and accomplish those goals. It's teaching you how money works so you can maximize the cash flow increase that comes from the W-4 correction. You see, many people adjust the W-4 and they think that's the end-all be-all. Many people see our W-4 video, and we've been sharing this video for years, but they think that they can just adjust the W-4 and that's the end. No, when you go through the 30-day game plan, now you're able to see, the W-4 correction is actually supposed to give us the cash flow needed to hit these goals, to get out of debt faster, to get into investing, to better our credit, and to just get us that cash flow necessary in order to save and hit those goals as well. So the 30-day game plan is something you definitely want to dive into. It also gets you in a position to where you're not missing out on updates. It gets you in a position to where you're directly connected to the company. You're receiving emails. You're receiving certain notifications so that you know when things are taking place that can help you move in the right direction. You're also being exposed to the founder, the person who has generated over $600 million in revenue and counting. So we're not just plugging you into just any and everything. We're giving you something that really is priceless, and we just broken it down so you can consume it on a day-by-day basis. Day one is all about getting in position, because if you're not in position to win, then you're not in position to win. Simple and plain. If you're not in position to get paid by having your direct deposit things of that nature set up, then you won't be getting paid. So we want you to be in position. Once you're in position, now you can run through the other days, and it just makes everything all come together full circle.
Did you have the 30-day plan pulled up where they can see it?
Yes, I do. So let's do it.
All right, so guys, this is what the 30-day plan looks like, okay? The very, very top, we have the mission statement, which Marcus did come up with. So you definitely want to read that. Read that every single day and really just speak that over yourself. You are royalty at the end of the day. So let's get in motion so that, not only you are saying that, but you feel that and you're displaying that and you're actually spreading that throughout your family. So if I go through briefly, I'm not going to go through all 30 days. But if we just go through it briefly, guys, day number 1 is you just getting in position. So literally, if a person grabs their financial success membership today, okay, that link is in our bio for those watching us on TikTok. If you grab your financial success membership today, day number 1 is right here in black and white. It's telling you download our team app, follow us here on Facebook, follow the company on Facebook, follow log into your website, change your password, set up your direct deposit. We wrote this all out. And day number 1 is just getting you ready for everything that you're about to receive. We have you printing off documents. We have you watching videos. We have you downloading the weekly call schedule. I'm going to get on to y'all about this weekly call schedule, okay, when I'm ready. I'm getting on to y'all about this weekly call schedule because it's right here in black and white. And we tell you, put them on your calendar to stay in the loop of trainings, okay? So the call schedule is already typed out. You shouldn't have to wait on us to text you or do the email blast letting you know that the training is about to start, okay? Because it's right here. You should be on before we're on. Open the app. Setting up the automated marketing system. Literally, all of this is on day 1, but it's literally just clicking this, downloading this, printing this, putting this app on your phone, watching this quick video, saving this to your calendar. So it's really just things that you should be able to knock out in no time, okay? Then if we keep going through the days, day number 2, we're talking about getting you started on your goals. And we have hyperlinks that branch off into different things. If your goal is money management and debt freedom, click here. And we have a link that's going to take you to separate documents that we created. If you want credit repair, click here. It's going to take you to the do-it-yourself credit repair system. For investments and early retirement, click here. So all of this is redirecting you, and these are all documents that we came up with from beginning to end to get you where you want to go. And then, of course, there's the money-making opportunity. Click the link, and it walks you through everything from all of the videos we've recorded, the times we've gone viral, all kind of content, posts that you can just copy and paste. It's so many things right there that we already have structured for you on top of a mini checklist. Today, make sure you submitted your W-4. That's day number 2. Make sure you submitted your W-4 to your employers. Schedule your game plan call. Usually that's with one of us or with your sponsor. Setting up a YouTube account, especially if you want to make money in this business. The automated marketing system, doing your daily posts, and then checking the schedule to see if there's a training that night. Every single day, for those who want to make money, you should have a goal of talking to at least 5 to 10 people and enrolling at least 1. That should be your goal. You want to add on to that?
And the important thing is, you see, we understand personality types. Not everybody wants to do everything, and not everybody wants to do everything at the same time. So when we broke it up, we made it in a way that you can do this in a short amount of time, but more importantly, the breakouts allow you to tunnel vision on whatever specifically you wanted to focus on. So if you know you came in for credit repair, you're not really interested in the other stuff, even though they go all hand in hand, and we can tell you that, we at least wanted to make sure we cater to the individual who specifically wants to target a specific area. So if money management is your thing, like she stated, if credit repair is your thing, if making money is your thing, the reason we did that is because we know that certain people want to get down to the meat. And if you get down to it and click it, we still got a way to connect you to all of the other things that you need through that one path. So just understand that we strategically put this together, and we may be making some adjustments and additions, because just like we said, set up a YouTube channel, one of the things we probably going to want you to set up is a TikTok channel, due to the fact that the leverage it provides and the ability to be able to use that to grow yourself, your page, your platform, and your business all in the same. And we got some tips and things that you can use to, help grow fast and start earning some revenue.
And if you notice, you guys, as I scroll through the 30-day plan, you should notice we even put little short videos in here to learn how your money will make you a millionaire, the W-4 to wealth. Every other day, there's different little videos that we have you watching to really get your mindset right. Learn why you can't get rich at the bank, okay? To learn ideal cash flow management decisions. These are all videos that we put in here and we weave in within your first 10 days of being with the company. By day number 10, I'm looking, get free stocks when you open your investment account. Learn why every American needs this strategy, and there's a small video. Send, the campaign to 10 more phone contacts. Do your daily post and check the schedule to see if there is a training call for that day. Most of the time, the training calls are Sunday through Thursday. A lot of the times, there's not really a call on Mondays. So Sundays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then there's typically not even a call on Friday and Saturday. So, we do have the Super Saturdays once the first Saturday of every month. Very, very, very important. That is on the call schedule. You guys, if you've been missing the Super Saturday calls, you are sleeping on yourself and you're sleeping on everything that this company can do for you. Okay? You and your family, because these calls are typically about 4 hours long. Do you know any multimillionaires that is going to just willingly and free spend 4 hours plus on a call with you, teaching you how they became successful? Do you know any multimillionaires that you can just call up randomly and say, hey, I had a question about X, Y, Z? That's another thing that makes this company so different. The Super Saturday calls are very, very powerful. Multi-millionaires teaching you how they reach their success, giving you access to them, opening it up for you to ask questions, giving you, the resources and everything that was discussed on the training. So you definitely don't want to miss that. And I'll get out of the 30-day plan. You do not want to sleep on it, I assure you. So if you're new, even if you're not new, if you've been with the company and you're just like in limbo, you don't know where to go, come back to the 30-day plan. Go to day number 1.
Day 1 through 30. I promise you. We broke it down in a way that's digestible, and you can always pick up where you left off, and it'll be emails heading your way. You'll be connected and plugged into some of our other platforms. So we did not leave anything up to chance. And if there are any questions that start to get redundant, then we'll just add it to it so we can make sure that your question also helps somebody else answer their question. So I really love the day 1 through 30. And it starts off heavy for a reason. And I say heavy because day 1 has a little more bullets than the other days, and the reason is because how you start determines how you finish. What do I mean? How you start determines how you finish. If you start off on fire, on a good track, making good pace, then the momentum plenty times carries you through the upcoming days, through the upcoming weeks. And if you stay plugged in, it may be something else that gives you even more of a boost to carry you through the upcoming days and weeks. So the 30-day game plan that we laid out is second to none in the sense that it gives you the mindset that you need and the momentum and the boost and the guidance that you need. That's not to say that we're not going to assist you if you have questions. However, we can always tell somebody who's serious and somebody who really wants to win, because the blueprint is there, and if you go through it on a step-by-step basis, you will be in a position and equipped to know, okay, I know what I need to do in order to accomplish my financial goals. When we talk to somebody and they say, I've already adjusted my W-4, I've already started working on my credit score increased, I'm already sharing it with people, I've already started saving money. When we talk to those people, we can tell who has gone through the 30-day game plan and who has not. In fact, sometimes we don't even necessarily want to hop on the phone if we know that you haven't done your part. Why is that important? Because you have to meet us halfway. We can't want your financial success more than you want it for yourself. So when a person decides to join, that's part of the commitment. But now you still have some additional actions to take to meet us halfway. We put a lot of work in, so we've come more than halfway to help you hit your goals, but we can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself, which means that you have the burden of taking action. And I say the burden, but it's really not the burden, but you have to take some action because we can't want it for you more than you want it for yourself. And if you take some initiative and do certain things on your own using the layout that we already have in place, the conversation on the phone is a lot different than if we were to hop on the phone, which we typically don't, with someone who hasn't even taken these necessary steps. So that's that about that. And if you don't have access to it, it's available in the announcement. And if you want access to this 30-day game plan, then click the link in the bio so you can get enrolled. And that's to the TikTok fam up there tuning in. Now, let's transition to this. And this was actually created prior to the 30-day plan because we felt that this would be a simple way for a person to get an understanding of what, you know, the financial success membership entails. However, the 30-day plan is a great layout, and then this is just a reference site. This is a site that you can reference certain things. So, as you see, welcome to the Royalty Movement, and basically it says the Royalty Movement is an economic empowerment movement that is powered by MyEcon, and we allow you to select your path. And there's two paths. It's like a fork in the road. Got the make money side, because some people want to jump in and start making money. We're going to make some adjustments to that because we're incorporating TikTok a lot more than what we were when we initially set up this site. Secondly, we have the apply strategies side. Now, the reason why we did that is because there are usually two different types of people who fall into those categories.
Yeah.
Apply strategy fits anyone who wants to just use the information that we teach to better their finances. And a lot of times strategies can help you build wealth. So in the apply strategies category, that would include debt elimination, credit, correcting the W-4, saving money, investing money. All of those are strategies, and many people just want to stay there because many people have the fear or their reserve when it comes to making money. Even though making money is mandatory outside of one stream of income, you have to have another stream of income coming in. And instead of us just only teaching you about the W-4, only teaching you about tax deductions, debt elimination, investing, we also say, hey, one of the best returns you can get on your money is by making money and building a business. One of the best things you can do for your finances is expedite those goals by making extra money. You see, debt elimination is great, and the W-4 strategy can help you do it faster than normal. But when you start making extra money, now you can eradicate that debt a lot faster. You can lower your credit utilization a lot faster. So we didn't leave anything up to chance. We just want to make sure that you understand the two paths that you can take. Do you want to click on these and dive into them a little deeper for them, or let that be a part of their homework if they haven't done it already?
Well, just because it's so similar to the 30-day plan, I mean, we can click on it. We can click on it. Okay, so very first thing that I clicked on was the Make Money section. Okay, when you click on the Make Money section, y'all, this entire website, we put together, we recorded the videos, we created the documents, we created the content, all to help you succeed. Like, this took hours and hours of us just sitting down, focusing and saying, okay, what do they need? What do they want to do first? What do they want to do? You know, what should they do next? How can they get paid by Friday? And we literally just started mapping this out. Keep in mind, we've been involved with this company for 7 years. So under the Make Money, we got posts that you can just copy and paste to your Facebook page.
And I want to pause you because before you even get into that, and this is, you know, if you go through 30 days, you'll be in position. But before you even get into that, if you find yourself on this site, what we have big, bold, and red is you setting up your account to get paid. You can make all the posts in the world. You can do all the videos in the world. You can duplicate as much as we tell you to duplicate or suggest or encourage you to duplicate. But if you don't have your account set up to get those deposits, then somebody's going to be an unhappy camper. And they're going to be thinking, they didn't pay out. You know, when are you in position to get paid? Do you have your direct deposit set up? I literally did a video for TikTok earlier, and I showed how we've been getting paid from this platform for the past 4 years is what I was able to show. Before those 4 years, they weren't sending out that email that says, hey, your cash flow just increased. Yep. But for the past 4 years, on a weekly basis, we've been getting paid. And the only way that is possible is by setting up your account to get paid. So do not skip that step. Make sure you're in position to get those weekly deposits. And if you want to start making weekly money and getting those weekly deposits, the link in our bio, that top button, get access to the membership. Right now we're going exclusive to the people who already have the membership.
Yes. All right, so you see new member scripts, videos that you can duplicate if you're comfortable recording videos. We have the 30-day game plan right there. We have follow-up scripts. We have your daily agenda, things that you should be doing every day if you truly want to grow, if you truly want to hit your goals. The invite formula, as well as offline business building. And that's for those who say, okay, I'm not into all that social media stuff. Y'all know every now and then y'all run into a person like that. I'm not into all that social media. I have a Facebook, but I don't really use it. Okay, perfectly fine. We have an offline business building formula that we personally use. One of the main things are these buttons that you see right here. I don't know why I'm not wearing my button. Debt-free is the new sexy. Those are the buttons that we created. We wear those literally everywhere we go, to the grocery store, when we're out and about, when we're doing stuff with the kids. And I kid you not, somebody is going to ask, what does that mean? Or they're going to say, it sure is, because they're agreeing debt-free is the new sexy, right? And that's your opportunity, and we're going to tell you exactly what to say to get the business out there, maybe get contact information, and send them the video opportunity, okay? All of that is on the website, step by step.
And the beauty of the buttons is a lot of times people are shy to talk to people, especially now with so much division taking place. There's not a lot of people who just initiate conversation. That said, that button does the work for you. So if you feel like you're an introvert, I don't do well with people, I'm not a salesman, I don't know what to say, this makes them say something to you. So if you don't know how to reply back, then we might need to have a little, bit of, elementary learning on communication skills. But just to put it all together, that button does some of the talking for you. So now you're just replying. Literally, we just say, hey, we show people how to do X, Y, Z. Is that something you'll want more information on? Once you reply, now you're able to send them something, collect their information, and we talk about how to do that, but just kind of letting you know a simple way that even publicly, while you're running your errands, while you're grocery shopping, while you're out in nature, whatever it is that you do in your spare time, you're still building your business because you are the business.
Yes. Now, when I click Apply Strategies, you'll see another video of us right at the front explaining to you this one thing, y'all. Please understand, regardless of if you decide to share this business opportunity with other people and get paid that way or not, you can still be wealthy just by applying the strategies. That's what we want people to understand. It's not about, well, I'm not good at talking to people, I'm not good at sales. Who cares, right? Can you adjust your W-4? We walking you through that step by step. Can you plug in your numbers and start your debt elimination plan? Can you go through the video steps and fix your own credit like what we're showing you? Can you open up your investment account using the tools and resources that we're giving you? All of that can lead to wealth, and none of those require you to refer the business to anybody. So why would you possibly put your goals and the things that you're saying you want for you and your family on hold because you have a different perception in your mind? If you're serious about going to the next level and taking your family to the next level, guys, these steps are extremely, extremely simple. Extremely simple. One of the videos that we refer you to also is the Personal Cash Flow Plan, my favorite document, which is an 8-step plan. We call this the PCP. It is an 8-step plan to get you to financial freedom. It walks you through increasing your cash flow, setting up your beginner's emergency fund, opening up an investment account, saving for a home, buying a home, paying off your home, securing pay for emergency fund. Literally, it tells you step by step by step. The only thing missing on this document are check boxes. Because as you're going through the steps, you should be checking these bad boys off, especially if you have goals that you want to hit. I cannot reiterate that enough. You can be wealthy with strategies alone.
Now, I know we live in a microwave society. I know we live in an air fryer society. I know we live in a Wi-Fi society, 5G society. but this is long term. You see, building wealth and accomplishing personal financial success or financial freedom takes time. So I want you thinking long term. Now, it doesn't have to take a long time, but most people are on track to work 30 to 40 years, and they're working 40 hours a week. And then when they retire, they're going to live off of 40% of what they used to make. So we can help shorten that curve and allow you to at least position yourself to A, retire early, retire with more money, or possibly not even need the job at all, if you understand this. So even though I say it's long term, it's still not get rich quick, but it's a quality process and a flow that you can go through using that 8-step plan to personal cash flow success. And if you follow it, then you at least know where you are, so you can at least be on track to hitting your goals sooner than if you did not have a plan at all, sooner than if you did not have access to this membership as a whole.
All right, so if we go back to the announcements in the Facebook group, okay, you'll see some of the other stuff that we have pinned. So not only do we have the full 30-day plan, which we just brushed over, the team website, but we also have each of the strategies broken down, and we put those separate documents in the announcements of the group as well. So there's a document specifically centered around money management and debt elimination. There it is. There's a document specifically centered around credit repair, investments, and then the call schedule. All right, let's talk about the call schedule for just a minute. Go ahead and open this. Let's open this up. Can I open it right here?
Yeah.
Because, guys, okay, I say this a lot. I mean this with love, and y'all know that we have the absolute best intentions for every single person that's in this group, every single person that's a part of the movement. We want the best for you. So we simplified this, and we put everything together in a way where if Marcus and I fell off the face of the earth and you never heard from us again, you have everything in one place. If we have an emergency, it shouldn't affect anybody else on the team, right? I mean, unless we're family, that's different. But it shouldn't affect anybody else on the team. Our emergencies shouldn't stop your goals, okay? And this is what I mean. We have the entire call schedule laid out every single day of the week, right? And I mentioned most of the calls are really around Sunday through Thursday, not really on the weekends unless it's the first Saturday of the month. Guys, there is no reason why you should not be hopping on these calls, or at least catching the replay, because a lot of them are recorded. These calls are golden. Again, you're hearing from multimillionaires. You're hearing from people who had the same goals as you. Think about what I said. Had the same goals as you. They've already accomplished them. People who may have the same goals as you on there asking questions. That could be beneficial to you, right? So it's very important to hop on the calls. Don't wait on us to text you. Don't wait on the email blast. You should be on before we're on. The links are here. And here's another thing that you got to understand. If you're not hopping on the calls for yourself, how can you possibly say that you want to make money in this business? Because if you're hopping on the calls, we expect for you to tell your team members about the calls so that all of y'all are on the calls together and can grow and learn and get wealthy together. But if you're not on the call, that means they're not on the call 9 times out of 10 unless they just went right on around you and they're actually applying the steps that we put in the announcements. Okay? So we have to think about that. A lot of times we talk about leadership. In order for you to be a good leader, you have to learn how to be one. Okay? In order for you to guide somebody else, you have to be disciplined yourself before you can teach other people. For some of y'all that have been involved in this company for a year or 2 years or even 5 years, right? You should know this call schedule like the back of your hand, right? There should be no reason whatsoever why when we hop on the call, you're not on there. Or we put a post in the group and say, hey, y'all, the call is going on. Oh, I didn't know. This call schedule is here for everybody to download day one of being enrolled in my econ and a part of the royalty movement. We have it here. We have it in the announcements. When you first get started, we send out a text message. We welcome you. We give you access to everything. There's no excuses, guys. Take a second and put all of the calls on your Google Calendar so that you are there every single time a call is happening.
What you got to understand is about this schedule, you see, it expands your network. You see, when we were first getting started, it was a lot of physical meetings. And then, of course, over the past year and a half, meetings have made a transition. But just because the meetings have made a transition doesn't mean that the meetings aren't taking place. So when you're plugging into some of these trainings, you're able to plug into minds that you typically wouldn't have had access to, which grows your knowledge base and your network. Let's speak on the network for a minute. When you grow your network, you're growing your inner circle. When you grow your inner circle, you're growing the value of the people that you're around, which naturally can increase your net worth, how much you're worth, how much your legacy is worth. So that's the importance of those calls. There's certain calls that have saved us thousands on taxes just because we hopped on the call. There's certain calls that may increase your score just because you hopped on the call. There's certain calls that might make you extra money just because you hopped on the call. So that's that. When you grow your knowledge base, that positions you to have a cheat code to life, because I know we stated that leadership is important, which it is, but a lot of people don't feel like they're a leader. But this is what I want you to understand. As a teacher, you only have to be one chapter ahead of the student. So you don't have to necessarily even be a teacher, but I guarantee you, you know some things that somebody else doesn't know. If you know some things that somebody else doesn't know, you're almost obligated to teach some of the things that you know that they may not know, because you can save them a world of headache. You can change the trajectory of where their family is heading. You can put them on a better path to a better lifestyle in general, because you knew one little thing that they were missing and you were able to share it. Well, when you're acquiring knowledge, that knowledge positions you to be one chapter ahead of the student, maybe even multiple chapters ahead. But if you learn a little bit, then you know a little bit more, and you look back a year later and your knowledge base has grown to a level that you don't even recognize your knowledge. So it's important to stay plugged in, not in just the blueprint that we've laid out, but also in the newfound knowledge that comes out, because knowledge is rapidly changing. So as knowledge changes, the live trainings are what position you to continue to grow your knowledge base. So do not sleep on this for those reasons.
Yes, and guys, the founder of this company goes out of his way every day during the week to do a Facebook Live. You have to understand, he's not even on Facebook. Well, he is now, but he's going out of his way. So when the pandemic and everything hit, we amped up what was going on online. He's going out of his way to do a Facebook Live every day with a business presentation. How easy is it to hop on his Facebook Live and invite some of your friends to just watch the information? Now, you'll do that because you have faith in what it is that we offer. Now, of course, we want you to get a testimony for yourself first, but it's very, very easy to hop on. Even if you're hopping on for yourself, just to get a refresher, just to hear his flow, how he does it, in case you want to give that a try in the future, or for you to say, I'm going to let him do it. I'm just going to invite about 5 or 10 of my friends so that they can hear it, and if they're interested, they can enroll with me. I can get paid. We can both win. We can both level up. We can both get our credit right. We can both make money, right? That's the mentality.
Absolutely. So,
all right, so let's go back to the group. I think that was all of, one more thing. Okay, we went over this. Start here. What your My Econ membership includes. It just gives you a rundown of the website. And then there's another one, the PCP, but y'all saw that's in several different places. I have it listed here separately. We have it in the 30-day plan. We have it on the royalty website. It's everywhere, because these 8 steps can change your life just like they did for us, and still are. You know, if we fall off, we know exactly where to pick back up. See where you are in the 8-step plan. Keep it moving, all right?
And that's the reason why, if you see something multiple times, then that means that it's of high importance. So when you see the PCP multiple times, that means you definitely need to tap into it. When you see the ability to tap into the credit system multiple times, you need to tap into it. The W-4, tap into it. Because people learn off of repetition. Like I said, we're talking about in growing your knowledge base. And in growing your knowledge base, positioning you to be a better steward of your money, but also someone who can help the next person who may not have access to what you have access to. Repetition is going to be a key. So don't look at it as a redundant thing. We want to ingrain you in what you actually have access to so you can tap into creating your own testimony, as many people are all across the nation.
Yes, and then let's talk about the money making real quick, and then we will wrap this up, okay? Let's talk about the money making opportunities. Can't do this right now, y'all, while we're on training. All right. The money making opportunity, guys. Keep in mind, and we say this all the time, multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury. It is indeed a necessity, okay? The pandemic showed us that, and so many other things were trying to show us that before the pandemic hit. All we are doing here, you guys, is referring other people to the company. We want that to be based off of your own success, but it doesn't have to be based off of your own success. For example, okay, some people that we enroll in this company, they are already debt-free. They already have the ideal credit score, but they may have wanted to learn about the W-4 and they want to make some money. Well, because they're already there where a lot of people are trying to get, that can actually help them in more ways than hurt them, because they know the steps that they took to become debt-free. It's exactly what we're teaching. They know what they did to get their credit right. So they may look at our credit system and maybe get some refreshers, maybe even learn some new things, get some tips here and there, but they are better equipped to help other people. They can come in and day one say, hey, I have this system that includes this, this, and this, and there's an opportunity to make money. Would you like to hear more about it? They can literally start making money the day that they join the company. I understand that a large percentage of people that won't be the case. You want to get your feet wet. You want to create the testimony for yourself first. We get that. We understand. That's why we created the 30-day plan. That's why we have the Royal Flush. How about you give yourself 30 days or 90 days to start really getting a good testimony for yourself, utilizing the system, giving it your all. Then you can talk about it. You can tell people about it, and just referring people to the company who basically have the same goals of getting their money right, getting their credit right, making more income. You're the blessing for them. You refer them to the system, they enroll, you get paid.
And I'm going to just kind of tell you my angle and how I approached it once I got access to this information, because I was an individual who was seeking other ways to earn income outside of a job. I just knew it had to be a way. Prior to online growing to the level that it's grown to, I was seeking things, and I found a few things that had great potential. But one of the first things that really intrigued me and sparked my interest and gave me the confidence to say, you know what, other people need to know this. I'm going to share this with other people, which is knowledge alone. Knowledge alone. Before I even got the pay raise, the knowledge of the fact that I could and I believed it was enough. So what happened was somebody said, hey, I know you doing your thing to try to earn some income, but I got a way that you can bring in more income without even selling or recruiting. That alone was a game changer for me. I'm like, really? I was almost hunting that person down trying to find out. Like, hey, how can I find out? And then I finally sat down with him. He gave me the game plan, and I was sharing it and had people to enroll just off of pay. Hey, man, you can get a pay raise at your job, da-da-da. Then, once I finally actually got the pay raise, there was an added testimony. So first it started with just the knowledge. A lot of you who just tune in to us and watch our videos, our content, you know something about credit that other people don't know. You know something about the W-4 that other people don't know. You know some things that several people don't know. And when I say several, back in the days, and it's probably still the same way, over 100 million Americans have overpaid in taxes, meaning that they don't understand that they can legally minimize their taxes. One of the ways is with the W-4. Another way is being a business owner. And there are some other ways, but just understanding those two things puts you in a position to say that you know more than the average individual. And it's a lot more people who need what it is that we have. So that being said, even if you know that you want to make money, make sure that you take what you learn and say, hey, did you know this? And that could be in the form of conversation with somebody you know. That could be in the form of a post that you make on a platform. That could be in the form of TikTok video. That could be in the form of any of those things. So that being said, knowledge is what changes the game. It lights the fire. It ignites the mind to get that in position. Now, once you have that knowledge and you share that with somebody who also wants to tap into that knowledge, now you're in a position to start earning income. I made money or was in a position to receive a check before I even really knew all of the details, because it's not about knowing all of the details. You don't have to be able to relate a message the way we relate a message. A person may not be able to explain credit like we can explain credit, or explain the W-4 like we can explain the W-4, but that doesn't mean they can't make money just because they're not able to do it in their way, because that is not the important part. The important part is, do you have some knowledge that can benefit someone? Do you have the ability to solve someone's problem? Making money is about solving a problem. You're either feeding an urge that they want or a desire, or you're solving their problem that can help them do something that they always wanted to do or just slightly wanted to do. And now because of that, that transaction leads to a deposit in your bank account. And sometimes all you need is just a little bit of education. And that being said, anything that we present to you that you know other people didn't know, and you know other people didn't know it, because if it's something that's new to you, then that means it's new to someone else. Because many people are like, oh, I didn't know it was an adjuster tool at the back of the W-4. Oh, I didn't know it was a calculator or estimator on the platform altogether. Oh, I didn't know the IRS provided knowledge that can even teach us how to pay them less. I didn't know that I can write off certain things by having a business at home. I'm able to write off my cell phone, my internet. I didn't know these things. So if you find out something that we've taught you, or the system, the Financial Success Membership has taught you, that's one more piece that you can add to sharing with somebody else that can lead to several weekly deposits into your bank account.
And I'm not even going to lie, you guys, if you just follow the things that we teach and you hop on the conference calls your first 7 days in business, you know, that's a full week of calls that you've hopped on, the team training with us that we host. You should have adjusted your W-4 already, so you're going to see that pay increase. Within your first 7 days, you really can create a testimony for yourself. And if you haven't, it's because you're not doing your due diligence. Keep in mind, this is a do-it-yourself system. So you have to make the time. You do it on your own time. There's a lot of different ways that you can present this business opportunity and you can make money. We've probably done all of them, from flyers to online to offline to talking to people in the grocery store to handing out business cards to calling our family and friends. We've done it all, which is why we can teach this, because we have that experience. We were very much grinders in the very beginning and still are. We're just taking a different approach. We're doing more things online than we were before. But we can definitely tell you and show you how to get to the bag. But are you disciplined enough? See, you can present this opportunity by just, you know, learning as much information as you can and trying to regurgitate it. I don't recommend that. You can just follow the steps that we give you, where you're sending out a very short video that does all of the work for you. I do recommend that. You can post statuses on your social media as you're learning. For example, hey y'all, I was just on this call where I learned how I can pay off my home in 10 years instead of 30. That's the post. I guarantee you, people are going to be coming. How? Tell me how. I want those details. What call was this? You're going to get flooded with comments. But you see what I said? I was just on this training call. That's letting people know I just learned it. I was on here. I'm blown away. I can get you access to calls like this. This is what we do. And it's very simple. We'll teach you those steps. The steps are actually included already on the site, in the announcements, in the 30-day plan, telling you step by step what to do, as well as how to follow up with people. Another strategy, you guys, and we recommend this for all of my new people on here, or those thinking about the membership and wanting to make money, I always recommend talking to your family and friends first. I get it. Some people, I don't want to hound my family and friends. You're not hounding them. I mean, unless you've been in 10, 15 other opportunities and you presented all of them to them, that's a whole different story. But if you're new to this company, you have your hands on information that can help them, how can you possibly feel like you're hounding them or you're spamming them or you're trying to sell them something? I never understand that mentality. When I started learning about the W-4, I started teaching it to other people. I told my family about it. Hey, when was the last time y'all looked at y'all W-4? I have brothers, I have sisters, I have parents who are still working, right? I wanted to help as many people as possible. But the main thing is with your family and friends, you're more comfortable because these are people that you know. I understand you being nervous about hopping out here and just getting on social media educating or talking to strangers, but your family and friends, bro, they're your family and friends. Like, you should be able to have a conversation and say, look, listen, homegirl, I just started with this business. It got everything. It's showing me how to fix my credit. I learned how to give myself a pay raise by adjusting my W-4. Did you know anything about the W-4? I'm learning how to get out of debt. I want to put you on. That's how I talk to my friends. I got to put you on to this. Because this is top notch. I ain't never seen nothing like this. That's how I talk to my friends. Now, I'm going to be way more professional with people that I don't know. But with your family and friends, I mean, I kid you not, y'all, we did this when we first started. Calling our family and friends, hey, we just started with this company, or texting them, we just started with this company. It's teaching us how to get our finances in order. I think this will be really good for our family. Do you have 10 minutes? Can you look at this quick video? Right? We do that all of the time. And if they get to asking questions, they're your family and friends. My sisters, yeah, but can you tell me, no, I can't tell you none of that. I'm new. I just started. Watch this video. But no, I can't. I'm new. I cannot answer your questions, but the video can. And if the video don't answer your questions, I can get you on the phone with my mentor, and my mentor can answer your questions. But what about that? I just told you I'm new. So I'm going to walk off. I'm going to let you watch this video, and I'm going to hit you right back. Right? That's how you talk to your family and friends. They're your family and friends. And if you really want to put them on, you shouldn't feel nervous or embarrassed or like you're spamming them for wanting to teach them what you've been learning, for giving them access to what you now have access to, for wanting them to do better. Now, you are going to find during this process, a lot of your family and friends going to distance themselves from you. And it's for a lot of different reasons. They don't want to change. They're comfortable. They don't like seeing you change. They want you to stay the exact same, broke-minded, working your job, not having no free time, not traveling. They want you to stay in that box with them. You're going to lose family and friends, and that's okay. Because trust and believe, you're going to find people who feel like close family as you elevate.
And this is what you got to understand as it relates to sharing information. Sometimes it's about knowing the individual. And if you're genuinely coming from a place of that it can benefit them, then it shouldn't feel like spam. You shouldn't have to run off family, especially if you can separate the fact that them not wanting to do it has absolutely nothing to do with you. You don't have to, break up their relationship just because they didn't want to do this particular thing. If you live by example or you show certain things that have benefited you, then they'll either get right or get left, but it's no love lost. But if you understand that person as an individual, then you'll know how to communicate with them, and less is more. So if you just new to the company, then you can say things like, hey, have you ever heard of this? Man, I want you to check this out. This is something that kind of intrigued me. You ain't coming as if, you're already in. You ain't coming as if it's something for them to sign up to. You just like, look, man, this kind of blew me away. Check this out. You can posture yourself that way. You can come from an angle of, hey, I got something that I'm really feeling. I'm really going to, kind of take this and run with it. I want your honest opinion because I respect you. But just know, it's no love lost if you don't like what you see or whatever. You can position yourself in a way that, look, I just want you to check this out because I honestly view it as something that could be a benefit to you. But I'm not going to bring it up to you unless you bring it up to me. You're posturing yourself. For some people, you just lead them to it and you let them make their own decisions. So take whatever position based on how you know them. But we're not limited to just the people that you know, because there's so many other strategies that you can plug into people using social media. She's just letting you know, don't shy away from people who are right in your circle, because if you can build with somebody right in your circle, then it's a beautiful thing. But if not, then no big deal. But financial literacy is something that everybody is interested in, or at least doing, whether they know it or not. Most people are, everybody is operating using our form of currency, our form of money. So whether you're interested in financial literacy or not, it plays a role in your life. So that's the beauty of this. Now, if you were in something else that had something to do with health, makeup, well, I mean, health is up there, so I scratch health off. But if it's some cosmetics, clothing, certain products, everybody is not necessarily using all of those products, so you got to find your target.
Right.
But from a financial literacy standpoint, everybody is dealing with something related to finances, whether it's limited cash flow, whether it's making a certain amount of money but not realizing they have tax deductions that can lower their tax liability, whether it's credit, whether it's not knowing investments, whether it's not knowing some additional investment vehicles. Something can benefit them. You just got to be the person that exposes it to it in the way that we suggest and recommend, but at the same time, be yourself. Don't try to, be anyone else and share the information. But less is more. Once you speak on something, you direct them to the video, and then from there, we'll help you along the way.
I was going to ask you, because I talked about talking to your family and friends. Do you remember the one word that we use for new people when we tell them to talk to their family and friends? We call them
practice.
Practice. The main reason why you want to start out with talking to your family and friends is because they're practice. Your family and friends gonna keep it real with you, which is why I told you you could talk to them differently. You need to keep it real with them, and they keep it real with you, right? Your family and friends gonna give you every excuse in the book. They are the ones that's going to develop, to get you to really develop that tough skin. You're gonna hear everything. Now when you hear it from a stranger, you can just brush it off because you've already experienced that. That's the main reason why I want you to go within your circle first. You're going to have some people who say, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you're out here selling cow hair. I'm going to support you because you're my family. You're my friend. You're my best friend. I support anything that you do. You're going to have people who give you every excuse in the book. Oh, I can't. Oh, this happened. Oh, my dog died. My cat died. You're going to hear so much. You got to be able to have that thick skin. Now, this is your family and friends, so even if you tell them, sis, okay, you're making an excuse. Okay, it's cool. I'll move on to the next person. That's how I talk to my sisters, okay? So if that's not how you roll, then don't talk to them like that. But that's how we roll. So I can talk to them and say, oh, okay, all I'm hearing is excuses, but that's okay, cool. I'll go ahead and hit up Keisha over here. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I talk. They're going to tell you that they're going to join and not do it. They're going to tell you that they watched the video and didn't. They're going to lie, right? Then, even though they decided not to take advantage of the opportunity, those are going to be the same ones asking you to borrow money or, saying, hey, this person free, they can do this. They work from home. They're going to be, you're going to deal with all types of stuff from your family and friends, but I'd rather you deal with that on the front end and you get that thick skin and you get tough than you come in the gate talking to strangers, you get discouraged because everybody's saying no on the front end, you quit. You're done. Even though you got goals. So you quit just from a few no's, but you still got debt that needs to be eliminated. You still overpaying taxes because you haven't touched that W-4. You still have nothing invested. You're not ready for retirement, but you keep saying you don't want to work until you die, and you haven't done anything to your credit, yet you quit. That makes absolutely no sense. That's why we love to also point out you can be wealthy with strategies alone. But if you want to make money, guys, it's no different from any other business opportunity. You have to talk to people. That's the only way the business is going to grow.
Right. Or talk to your camera and posture your platform in a way that allows people to get what they need, get their questions answered, and get education that they know that you have something that can solve their problem. And speaking on practice real quick, I literally did this. I literally went to my brother in the house and told him that I was in a position to go ahead and start doing I wanted to start doing presentation, but I wanted to practice on them. I went over there with a flip chart and everything, and they hadn't heard a presentation from me at the time, and I literally went over there and practiced and was saying, hey, you know, going through the whole motion. I think I played some on the screen, did a couple of things, and asked for their feedback from a presentation standpoint, but in all actuality, I'm presenting to you. So, yeah, you might critique the presentation, like eye contact, volume, whatever the case may be, but you can't deny that you just heard that you can get a pay raise. You can't deny that you just heard that you can eliminate debt faster. You can't deny that you just heard me say that I'm writing off my phone bill, but you're not writing yours off. You can't deny those facts. So when you present it in a way that serves as practice, they're also going to be listening and realize, oh, snaps, he was saying something that can benefit us. And they ended up joining. They didn't join right then and there, but it intrigued them enough to meet some of our mentors who came to town, and then they came to the meeting and actually enrolled then. But practice is, you know, something that can be powerful on a local scheme of things. But at the same time, when you're recording content, our content now, how we deliver the message now is a lot different than how we were delivering the message 7 years ago.
Yeah, and really think outside of the box, and then I'm gonna transition. Really think outside the box, because when Marcus said that, I instantly thought of something else that he did back in the day when we were in our grind mode. He has a family reunion coming up this weekend. This time, 5 years ago, it might have even been longer because it was before the kids.
And this
or I might have had the kids.
And this is powerful. Don't say what you're going to say then.
He even did a presentation at his family reunion and said, listen, y'all, our whole family, we need to elevate. We all need to understand money. We need to grow money. We need to make smart decisions with our money. And I couldn't do anything but shake my head, because my family don't really do family reunions. I mean, it's hard trying to just get us all together. But not only do they get together every single year, but you have somebody in front of the room teaching the whole family how to make money, keep money, fix their credit, grow their money. I wish I had that opportunity with my family. I had to do it all individually, but keep going.
Now, this is what you got to understand about that. I was in practice mode. Like, if I was to see myself presenting that information with that flip chart that had the wrinkles in the paper, now I will be like, man, I can't believe you presented that. Now I'm more equipped. You want to ask about credit, I can file some stuff, you know, that'll let you know, oh, he know what he's talking about. You want to ask a little bit more about investment, I can file some stuff that'll let you know, oh, he know what he's talking about. So it's all about that practice. But this is the beauty and the humor behind it. The scenario I gave you about me practicing at my brother's home, presenting information, guess who was side by side with me? Partially support, you know what I'm saying, like more support, partially talking to the family as well. Guess who's right beside presenting with me? Yeah. The person that I was practicing in front of. So it went from me practicing in front of them to he up there standing up there with me and talking about certain things pertaining to financial literacy as well. So it all went hand in hand, and it turned around full circle, and I'm still on the journey, still on this mission, because it's something that's important and near and dear to us. Plus, we really know that we're playing a role to empower others. So it's bigger than our family has now grown to where it's more than just about our immediate family. But in order for our family to benefit, you know, indefinitely and leave that legacy, we must impact other families. So that's why we're talking to you on TikTok. That's why we're talking to you on this team training, because now our actions and our words and the education that we require has to be relayed in a way that you can digest it, implement it, and now you're getting some results from it as well. So it's a full family affair, and this family has now grown nationwide, and, you know, different parts of the world.
Y'all, we can go in on the money-making opportunity, because when I think back, it really is fun. Like, we have stories of all of the things that we've done. But I also wanted to just add this on, and we used to say this all the time. All of these holidays and everything that we're celebrating, if you're getting around your family, position yourself to be in a position to teach your family something while y'all are, eating and sipping and kicking and having a good time. I just think that would be the perfect time. Now, you don't have to make the entire time that you're there about business or about financial literacy, but just putting it out there and saying, hey, we can talk about this tomorrow, or we can talk about this, after this kickback is over if you want more information. But my mentality just totally switched when we joined, because it's way bigger than the money. It really is about the knowledge and what you can do for your family to really create wealth. So we've talked a lot about the business making side of it. By no means are we trying to convince you to make money, try to get out there and start referring your butts off. That's not what we want unless that's what you want, and then we're here to help you every step of the way. If you're wanting to make money with this company and start securing those weekly checks or those monthly residual checks, we have a private messenger group. This is a very, very small group. I keep saying I'm going to revamp the group and maybe kick some people out and add some new people in. But we have a really small messenger group where we can share daily different tips that we use for making money in this business. Of course, you have to have an active membership. But we have that private messenger group, and of course you can reach out to us directly, and we can help you after you've reviewed the documents that we already have in place. Last thing is TikTok. Y'all, we have been popping on TikTok. We have some TikTok family on right now. We have been popping on TikTok. We are now over, I think, 105,000 followers on there. The W4 video is well over 3 million views. So it's definitely a good platform. It has organic reach for you to build a really solid business. Make sure you're following us on TikTok, because every single one of the videos that we do are easily duplicatable. You can take the knowledge that you're learning in the system, do videos very, very similar. Not only will you grow your following, you can grow your bank account.
That's it. Look, see, what you got to understand is we like to give you these things so hopefully you can take all or most or some of what we've given you and apply it. Because we've gone over a lot of things that you can take and be, self-efficient. You can do a lot of these things yourself. But if you take zero action, then you make zero progress, and that's not what we want. We want you to be a part of the movement because we want you to be in motion, hence the word movement. You got to be moving in order to make progression towards your goal. And stay tuned, because we got another upcoming training that I just thought of in the last few sentences that the Queen was going over, where I want to talk about some of the hidden secrets of Oriental wealth. I just finished a book, and there's some things that we discussed and hit on so you can think like some of the people who dominate on a financial level, and now we can incorporate that thought process into the royalty movement, economic empowerment. So it's all about me growing as an individual, so I can then employ what I'm learning and empower you as well. And that's what we do on a regular basis, so we can have more value to give that can hopefully solve some of your problems, help you create a legacy as we grow our legacy as well. You got anything you want to add before I get into the mission statement?
Nothing else.
All right, royalty. Hopefully you caught some nuggets. Let us know if you have any questions about anything. Leave your comments down below, etc. You see, we live in a world where we're conditioned for failure, and oftentimes we have been programmed or fooled into mediocrity. So people find themselves living like peasants instead of the royalty that they were meant to be. But you see, here in the royalty movement, we see the king in you. I see that queen in you from start to finish. It's just time to take your seat on the throne, because this is where we uplift your character, your confidence, and your cash flow. As royalty, you should establish a solid financial foundation that will soon lead to your abundance and thriving empire. Take your seat on the throne. You are royalty. Salute.